inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When you look at this defense,
they're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
From the 21, here's the 2nd and 8.
Past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. A beautiful fake. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Throwing, Tune. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, it had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here now, 2nd and 4. A give for Walker running right. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Here comes third and about a foot. They'll try for the first with Walker. Oh, what a move. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Run now with a tight end Fant. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. Running right, here's Walker. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll try and run Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. After 1 on EA Sports. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Tune. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Looking to throw, Tune. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing. Hooker. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
Hooker. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Here's Hooker. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. He may go. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Will Lutz on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Looking to throw. Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. Hooker. Wow, and that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. And he's got it down to the 28.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. It's Hoon to throw it now. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. The kick by Lutz is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Well, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Hooker. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Hooker to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Check smash, go!
On 2nd down, it's Walker. Muscles him off. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's go now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Hooker's going to throw it. He completes it to Boyd. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up the 4th down. I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes we don't even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
Smith and Jigba with a grab. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, the defender was right on him.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Cards will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see how much they want to push things, leading already here 10-3. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey.
To about the 40-yard line.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A touchdown the differential. A 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He gets this one to Boyd. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21.
How about this? They'll change it at the line. An audible here to get a new look.
Hooker going to try and throw for it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a... on downs. Now it's the backup Bridgewater. Got him in. It's Brown. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's past the 30. He might score. He will score. Touchdown. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Bridgewater completes this to Elijah Higgins.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
And space tough to come by there. So we get maybe a yard to the 37.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. They go play action. Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Bridgewater. He finds his target, Bickin.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Bridgewater now. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Looking for Pryor long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
There's something right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure. When they didn't get it, but there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them, got the ball right back for them. So nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 13 yards remaining on second down.
19 Lions.
Off play action. Here's Hooker. He finds Smith and Jigba. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hooker. And this one's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have to. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in life.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To the right side, this is Walker. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
There he goes, right side. He may go. And touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Blues are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
And this is going to be a Cardinals 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Toon going to throw it. And this is going to be intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's 1st and 10.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Now Hooker. On the slant, here's Smith-Njigba.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now 2nd down and a few inches.
60 Maverick.
Here's Hooker. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to. Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. Throwing here is Hooker. This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Well, 4 quarters couldn't decide things, so it's on to overtime here as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a first throw here in overtime.
And complete to Smith-Njigba.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Hand off here to Walker.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
178 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Go, Reed, go!
Again, it's Walker.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
Running left is Walker.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And that changes everything here in OT.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Now, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now Tune.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's Tune to throw it.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
It's Tune to throw it now.
That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount some.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Goalie up. There he goes, left side.
Inside the tip.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands.
And he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because